Southwest Airlines, we're pleased to offer our customers with the transportation of human remains through our air cargo service, Southwest Support. After almost 2 years of providing this service option to funeral homes and mortuary facilities across the Southwest Airlines system, Southwest Airlines employees have quickly developed a reputation for providing the care and respect required when transporting your clients' loved ones to their final resting place. With over 3,400 flights a day throughout Southwest Airlines destinations from coast to coast, we are unique to the air cargo industry thanks to our flight schedule, which is unmatched, allowing for expedited delivery to practically any destination in the United States, and our people who consistently provide the highest level of customer care. With our convenient hours of operation, customers can call 888-922-9525 7 days a week to reach one of our dedicated Southwest Support customer care representatives. Our professional staff will be happy to assist you in opening an account with Southwest Airlines Cargo, booking human remains transportation, or providing you with additional information about our Southwest Support service. Let our reliability show your dependability when it matters most.
Welcome to this edition of NFDA-TV, brought to you by Progressive Environmental Services, a full-service industrial refiner specializing in the recovery and refining of all precious metals.
Hello and welcome to this NFDA-TV release, your source for the funeral profession's latest news and information. I'm Michelle Smith.
And I'm Bobby Dodge. Coming up on this episode of NFDA-TV, the NFDA stands up against a recent statement by the FTC, NFDA announces the attendees of its second Meet the Mentors event, and later we take a closer look at industry leader 1-800-Flowers.
The NFDA has asked the FTC staff to reconsider and withdraw a recently stated opinion that unless a funeral home is located in a state whose laws require identification prior to cremation, the funeral home may not require a family to purchase an identification viewing prior to cremation. A number of states require identification by the funeral home as part of the cremation process, and the FTC's statement recognizes that funeral homes may charge for an identification viewing in those states where it is required. Additionally, the statement reminds funeral homes that if an identification viewing is required, the funeral home needs to include a disclaimer indicating that identification is required as a matter of state law on the statement of funeral goods and services selected. Unfortunately, the opinion also overlooks several important practices that serve to protect funeral homes from possibly devastating lawsuit. In those states that do not have laws or regulations requiring identification prior to cremation, it has always been the NFDA's position, as well as the opinion of every credible expert in the cremation field, that identification be required in order to avoid liability. There have been numerous cases where funeral homes did not insist on identification and have been successfully sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars after the wrong body was cremated. While the FTC suggests a list of what they believe to be reasonable alternatives to requiring an identification viewing. However, each of these alternatives are either unworkable from a liability standpoint or constitute some kind of violation of the funeral rule. As previously mentioned, NFDA will be formally requesting the FTC staff to reconsider the December 2011 opinion. NFDA will update its members on any future developments. If NFDA members have questions or concerns regarding this issue, please contact NFDA's General Counsel, Scott Gilgan, at 513-871-6332.
Earlier this month, NFDA announced the names of the 50 young funeral professionals who will have an opportunity to learn from 3 leading funeral directors and networking with like-minded peers during the second Meet the Mentors program, which will take place March 26th and 27th at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. Throughout January and early February, NFDA member licensed funeral directors and embalmers under the age of 40 could enter for a chance to participate in this exclusive program. The names of the 50 participants were announced the week of February 13th through videos posted on the NFDA website and social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can find the announcement videos and a list of winners on the NFDA website, www.nfda.org/mentors. The selected attendees will have an opportunity to meet and learn from three of the country's leading funeral directors: Glenn P. Taylor of the Glenn Funeral Home in Owensboro, Kentucky, Valerie J. Wages of Tom M. Wages Funeral Services, Inc. in Snellville, Georgia, and NFDA past president Mark Musgrove of Musgrove Family Mortuary in Eugene, Oregon. There is no cost to participate in the program itself. The 50 selected attendees only have to pay for their transportation to the program. The registration fee, access to the mentors, one night of lodging, and several meals, a $599 value, has been generously covered through a grant from the Funeral Service Foundation. NFDA also announced that a second Meet the Mentors event would take place in 2012. It'll take place August 27th and 28th at the Faculty Club on the Harvard University campus. Information about that program, including details on how young funeral professionals can enter for an opportunity to attend, will be released in the coming months.
NFDA would like to thank its members who have already gone ahead and renewed their membership for the new year. If you haven't renewed yet, it's not too late. You can renew right now to make sure that you don't lose access to the wide array of tools and resources that NFDA offers to help you manage a successful business. There are 3 different ways for you to renew your membership for 2012. The first is to hop online to www.nfda.org/join-NFDA and renew using your credit card. The second is to call your personal NFDA member services representative at 800-228-6332. And the third is to fill out the renewal materials you received in the mail. You can mail your form and payment right back to NFDA headquarters. Also, when you're renewing your NFDA membership, don't forget to purchase a 2012 music license for each of your locations. With NFDA, you only pay $231, which is the lowest rate available for a music license covering all 3 licensing organizations. In recent years, music licensing organizations have targeted funeral homes for inspections. Getting caught without a license can result in a copyright infringement lawsuit, with penalties up to $30,000. For more information on obtaining a 2012 music license, visit the NFDA website or call your personal NFDA member services representative.
Coming off a historic appearance at the NFDA International Convention and Expo in Chicago, Illinois, founder Jim McCann and the 1-800-Flowers team have found themselves working hand in hand with funeral directors across the country. As they strive to cultivate close personal and professional relationships, they have established a reputation for extraordinary quality in both their products as well as their interactions.
We represent 8,000 of the very best florists in the country and around the world. And what we want to have is an open dialogue, which we have. We want to make it better. We want the relationships to be deeper. We want the people in the NFDA to see how much we respect what they do, and we're here to help serve what they do. The difference between us and other people who might try and do similar things is that we really are florists. We've been at this for a long time. We intend to be at this for a lot longer. And like so many people in the funeral industry, ours is a family business.
The transition into the funeral industry has been a natural one for 1-800-Flowers. McCann discussed this evolution as he touched on some of the similarities between the two professions and the blossoming partnerships that is helping those in need.
I think if you happen to be a florist or you happen to be a funeral director, there's a self-selection that goes on. If you're in the business of helping people express themselves and connect, helping people in a very sensitive time in their lives, I think that's a pre-selection of a disposition on people's part that they are pretty nice, pretty caring, and pretty dedicated people. So to get to interact with a like kind of profession like that, it's been extremely rewarding for me and for all of us at 1-800-Flowers.
As a unique service to both funeral professionals and customers looking to offer their condolences to a loved one, 1-800-Flowers has developed an extensive Expressions of Sympathy section of their website. This helpful resource offers funeral and cremation service displays, advice on how to help others grieve, and a commonly asked questions list to help customers work their way through the process. NFDA-TV is proud to recognize 1-800-Flowers as this month's industry leader. If you would like to learn more about the benefits of utilizing their services, go online to www.1800flowers.com/sympathy or contact one of their specially trained sympathy advisors at 1-866-538-2259.
Thank you for joining us this month at NFDA-TV, keeping you up to date on all the funeral profession's latest developments. I'm Michelle Smith.
And I'm Bobby Dodge. Be sure to stay tuned after the broadcast for product and service information. Thank you for watching.
NFDA-TV is brought to you by these fine sponsors: Southwest Airlines, Progressive Environmental Services, 1-800-Flowers, Universal Containers, Death Notice Directory, Cremation Information US, Griner Memorials, and American Funeral Financial.